G'day YouTube, Turbo Tristan here, and here's me face. So it's been another week since my last video, and I've done some junkyard searching. I've been to the junkyard in Springvale, and I've picked up an ECU. I've picked up some wiring. I'm going to show you that. It's a little bit windy outside. I'm in my garage at my house, but I've done a couple of small things on the car, and I just wanted to show you what they are. So I'm just going to flip the camera around, go and show you those. Sorry for the shaky iPhone footage and the backyard footage. I didn't figure that I needed to edit anything today, so this is just a raw, straight off the bat video. So here we go. So in the engine bay, I've replaced this pipe here. Got rid of that extra ugly coupler that I had. So that's neatened that up. I will eventually paint that. I found a place in Dandenong called Trick Fab, which I got that from. I'm going to get a weld-on -8 fitting for here, and another one for here somewhere for an oil breather. And Hawkeyes will see I've put a very small hole in there. It's about 8 millimeters, just to help the engine breathe. For some reason, I'm getting a lot of oil smells, even though it's not burning any oil. The engine's not burning any oil, and it's also not leaking any oil, so I don't know where the oil smell is coming from. Maybe because it's breathing out into the engine bay, I'm not really sure. But I'm just going to see how that goes down there, and if any oil comes out, then I'll put the spare cap on that I have. But here's the ECUs, and again, apologies for the shaky video, and I'm looking at the camera, which is over there, but my face is over here, so it's a bit weird. But here we go. Now this is the standard ECU from the EK Civic. It's a P2K. There are 2 plugs here, and this is a piece of loom, so that goes one in there and one in there. I also managed to get, the first place I looked, in the very first car I looked, a P28 ECU, which is the holy grail, with the 3 plugs. Now this ECU I've seen online from anywhere between $300 and $500 Australian or US for some reason. It's out of an old EG Civic, and I also managed to get some of the wiring as well. So if I have to, I'll have to make a patch harness, and I can chop up both of those. But you can see here, these 2 plugs are just like those 2 plugs, and all it's missing is the middle one there. So this actually plugs straight in to that one, and that plugs into this one. So you know, everything has the potential to work fine. We've just got to then splice this one up so it fits in. Sorry that, whoop. That's what happens when you use your phone and not your GoPro. But there you go. So those 2 both work with each other's loom. Now this is where there's a bit of a call to action. I need all of the experts on the internet to help me out with their info. This car, I believe, is an OBD2, being that it's newer, and the ECU that I need to run the HONDATA is an OBD1. I've seen that some people use jumper systems for the injectors, and also the Dizzy, and also the O2 sensor. So if anyone has any information on what I should do, please let me know. Oh, man, this video is going to be rough, but please let me know in the comments below, or drop some links to some sites. I have seen that there are some ECU jumper harnesses online, anywhere from $15 to $50 for different ones, but it says it converts the OBD2 to OBD1. If I buy that harness and everything plugs in, what else is there that's going to stop the car from running once I put the HONDATA ECU chip in there, motherboard, so I can get everything running and tuned? The other question is, do I spend the $1,000 for the HONDATA, the $50 on the plug, the $1,000 on getting the car tuned, and then I'm $2,000, $2,500 in the hole, just to get the thing to run right? Or do I buy an aftermarket ECU like a Haltech, spend the big money up front, and then use that ECU when I go forward and put the K-swap in there, which I found some really good cheap wreckers that can sell me the K-swap parts. I can get a K24 for $300. I can get a gearbox for, you know, $150 to $300 as well. That ECU, the P28, which I've seen that are all around $500 in the US, I got that for 38 bucks from the wreckers. So that was definitely a win. Sorry for the bodgy filming this week. The neighbor decided to use his grinder as soon as I started talking, so thanks, buddy. But otherwise, that's it. That's what I'm up to. I'm going to work on the oil breathers. I've got a spare rocker cover, which I'm going to get some Dash 8 fittings put onto that. I'll need to organize a catch can just to help the car breathe. I think part of the oil smell that I'm getting is because now that there's a bit of forced induction, it may be pressurizing the crank, even though the compression is quite good and quite high. That's one possibility. I really don't know, but this is where you guys come in. We've had a big jump in subscribers. We're at 177 as of today, which is really awesome. I joined a couple of Facebook pages, the Honda Melbourne Club and also Oz Honda on Facebook, and those guys are really, really supportive and really knowledgeable. So me being a Nissan guy and being new to Hondas, hopefully they can help me out. So anyone watching this, please let me know what I should do about the ECUs. I thought the hard part was finding a P28. Turned out that was the easy part. Now I've got to do all the wiring, and that is not my strong point. So if anyone's got any tips or anyone wants to help me out, please let me know. Links in the comments. Just put your suggestions down below. Again, this is a straight off the bat, unedited, raw iPhone video. So thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week for some more upgrades, more mods. We are on the budget. We are doing things on the cheap. So it's COVID-19 and that's what we got to do. So disinfect your finger, get the sanitizer out, and click the like button, please. And we'll see you next time. See you guys.